And we're live. I'm going to wait just a few minutes to make sure that everybody has some time to stop on. When you come on, I think I already popped it into the comments. Just if you're watching from Facebook, make sure you give StreamYard permission, or give Facebook permission to show your comments by simply going to streamyard.com/Facebook, and you just have to answer a couple of questions there, and that way whenever you post comments in the either my Lupus page or my personal profile, wherever I'm streaming from on Facebook, then I'll be able to see your comments here on StreamYard. If you're watching from YouTube, those automatically pop on here, so that's not a problem. All right, so like the stream said, we are going to be talking about some tea today. Actually, let me go ahead and put that on. I did not put on what we're talking about. The particular tea we're talking about is Dear Me, Relax. And I mentioned this before in a previous video, but we didn't have a chance to really share it. It was kind of packed away, so I went ahead and I dug it up just a few days ago, actually. So I decided I'd go ahead and I would share that particular tea blend with you. If you see this painting behind me, I did that in a live stream last week. So if you're interested in knowing how I did that, I will link that particular video onto this one on YouTube, and I will also share it over in Facebook as well if you're interested in knowing that. And one of the things I mentioned about that particular painting, I think I'm also going to do Paint Along With Me, and that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks, where each of you will be able to recreate that painting. And I think it's fairly easy. I think if you watch my video where I did it live, you'll see that it's fairly simple. And I will give you a list of the materials that you will need. And again, the materials, I believe, would probably come up to about maybe $20 if you go all out. I talked about that in that particular live as well, in how you can get some materials. It's going to be just a fun experience. You don't have to go and invest $100 in a bunch of canvas and paints and brushes. Just a few things so we can have some fun as you watch and paint along with me. All right, so like I said, today we're going to be talking about a particular tea blend, and you see it there on the banner, Dear Me, Relax. And it's a blend I came up with a few years back when I was going through a real stressful time. This was several years ago when I was first diagnosed with lupus. And if you've ever been diagnosed with a chronic illness, that can be stressful in itself. But then when you're dealing with people who don't really understand what you're going through, that can create added stress when you have friends and family members who don't necessarily understand what you're going through, or they may not necessarily even believe that you could possibly have been diagnosed with something like that. So let me go ahead and see if I can show you what the blend looks like without spilling it everywhere. It's really, really pretty. Let me try to get it in the camera. And I'll tell you what the ingredients are. There's lemon balm, chamomile, hibiscus, rose hips, and lavender. So those are the ingredients. I have some notes in front of me, so I just wanted to. All right, it's really, really, a really pretty tea blend. Let me see if I can get another shot, because where some of the ingredients are kind of light, so they tend to, come up to the surface. But that's what it looks like. So I'm going to share with you some of the benefits of some of these particular ingredients, and then maybe you want to make your own. And since I last did a tea time video, I actually became an affiliate for Mountain Rose Herbs. I know for the last few times I did it, I said I was not an affiliate, but I would always recommend that you go there to find your herbs and that you can make your tea with. But since then, I've become an affiliate, so I'm going to pop that link in, and I think it's already in the comment section on Facebook anyway, so you can click on that link. As an affiliate, I do get a commission whenever you place an order, just so you're aware of that. But I do thank you in advance for your support. But you can go there and you can find the ingredient by as little or as much as you want. And this is this one blend I keep around. I may just make a big jar of it, so you can see that I've used it quite a bit. But I'm not actually drinking it right this minute because it is a very relaxing tea. It does have lavender in it. It has lemon balm and chamomile, and those three herbs are very, very relaxing. So if you're, if these don't have that kind of effect on you, you can certainly drink it during the day. But this is a tea that I like to make during the evening and just kind of winding down from the day. Okay. But if you're not working during the day and you're having a stressful moment, this is the perfect tea to drink whenever you're having a stressful time. All right. All right. So the first ingredient in here, and I'm going to give you the recipe. I've posted this recipe online. I think it's in Pinterest. It's in a blog that I did a few years back. So the recipe is online. But I'll also tell you like the amounts that you're going to be putting in. And when I'm going to say parts, because parts will indicate, if you want to make a huge amount, a part, and you want to use cups, 3 parts will be equivalent to your 3 cups. So whatever part measurement I give, whatever you're using, that's what you'll be using. So if I say 3 parts and you want to use tablespoons, then there's going to be 3 tablespoons. All right, so just understand that whenever I'm giving the particular parts. So the first ingredient is lemon balm. Lemon balm has 3 parts. If you want to start writing down this particular blend, the lemon balm has 3 parts. So again, if you want to make a large batch and you want to use cups, it's going to be 3 cups. All right, and lemon balm's official name is Melissa officinalis, and it's one of the easiest herbs to grow. It is so easy to grow. I had one that I bought, I think about 6 months back, and it froze, and I thought it died. It was in a pot. So I just left it there. I cut off all of the dead stuff, and I said, maybe it'll come back. If it doesn't, that's fine. If it does, all better. And I looked at it. I should have brought it upstairs to show you. But it is coming back. It looks really good right now. It's probably about 3 inches of growth since it started to warm up here. And I'm in Florida, but it still gets cold in Central Florida to where some things will get, frozen. But the lemon balm is very, very easy to grow, and one of the easiest. It's lemon balm, peppermint, those type of plants. They can die back and they will just simply come back with a vengeance. So very easy. So Melissa officinalis is the one that you're going to be looking for. And lemon balm has been used for a very long time for various reasons. 2 of them mainly being the emotional benefit that it provides, and some people also use it for the spiritual benefit that it also provides. It's one of those herbs that is considered to be a nervine, which basically means that it relieves nervous tension, which is why it's really, really good whenever you're having any kind of a stressful day. If you're really restless, lemon balm tea is also really, really good for that. I like to use the lemon balm essential oil in different blends. Like if there's a blend that I make for falling asleep, or putting into the diffuser so it goes into the air and it helps with just kind of getting you ready for bed, the lemon balm is a really good essential oil to put into that diffuser as well. Nicholas Culpeper, and he's a famous herbalist from way back in the day, and I mean way back in the day. We're talking 1653. So in 1653, he wrote a book called Complete Herbal, and in that he talks about lemon balm, or Melissa officinalis, being used in spiritual in nature and has been used to help heal broken hearts. So I'm not saying that it does help to heal a broken heart, but Nicholas Culpeper wrote about it in 1653, and back in those days, they actually used it for that reason. It's also said that when you work with lemon balm, it is also supposed to call in your true love, or call in a love if you're looking for that. So just thought I'd throw that out there. The next one, the next herb that's in here is hibiscus. Now, hibiscus, a lot of people may get confused with that. It's not those really pretty trees that you know, plant in your yard. Hibiscus is, if you're from Jamaica, Cayman Islands, and anywhere in the Caribbean where this is grown, we refer to it as sorrel. But when you're ordering it online, or when you're ordering it from any herbalist, you want to say hibiscus, because sorrel is there's another herb by the name of sorrel, so you don't want to get those two confused. So the hibiscus is what you're going to be looking for. But when you get it, you're going to realize, if you're from the Caribbean, it looks just like sorrel, because that's what it is. It's the petals from the sorrel flower. And during Christmas time, I like to make this really special wine using sorrel or hibiscus. And I tend to add things like ginger and cinnamon, cloves, and like I said, it's a really special wine. And we technically only make it during, well, make it that elaborate during Christmas time, because then we also have it with our special rum cake or black cake or fruit cake that we make during that time as well. But hibiscus, we can drink it hot or cold. I personally like to drink it hot during, during the year, except when I make it as a wine at Christmas time. And the hibiscus is used a lot because of it's loaded with vitamin C. That's one of the reasons. And some people like to also use it kind of a Kool-Aid substitute. So if you're trying to get away from, using Kool-Aid, if you're one of those Kool-Aid families and you want a drink that looks like Kool-Aid, doesn't necessarily taste like Kool-Aid, is much more beneficial than Kool-Aid, that's for sure. Try making some hibiscus Kool-Aid. And I know your kids are going to love it. You can add in a little bit of ginger, maybe add in a little bit of lemon juice. That's the way that my youngest son loves to drink it, because he drinks it hot periodically, but he loves when I make the hibiscus lemonade as well. And then I may add in just a little bit of elderberry in there. So good. But so the hibiscus is also in this tea blend, and there's also 3 parts of the hibiscus. Side note, the sorrel or hibiscus in the past has also been used for dyeing fabric. So if you're looking for something creative to do with the hibiscus as well, if you're into textile art, you can also experiment with making some really concentrated hibiscus tea and then dyeing some white cotton fabric, and it looks really, really pretty. All right, so the next ingredient is chamomile, and I'm sure you're all familiar with chamomile, because who hasn't heard about chamomile tea, right? But chamomile is one of the few ingredients or the few herbs that is actually safe for babies. Whenever babies are really colicky, you can give them a week chamomile tea to drink, and it actually helps to relieve that pain in their stomach. So chamomile is actually one of the few that is actually safe for babies. It's considered, again, to be a nervine, like lemon balm, because it is very, very calming. It's very relaxing. It's very soothing. And chamomile is also really good for the digestive system, and has been used by various cultures, and I'm going to share some of those with you, kind of as a regularity tea. So in ancient Egypt, it was used as an offering to their gods. I don't know, I'm not sure if they actually drank it, but it was definitely prepared as an offering to give to their gods, and has been used extensively throughout Europe for digestive health, which I mentioned. You can boil some chamomile tea and you can use it as a gargle. And if you have like a swelling, you can boil some chamomile tea, get a nice clean bath rag, soak it in there, and use that as a compress. Okay, so chamomile has a lot of different uses. In Germany, the nickname for chamomile is actually capable of anything. I don't know how to pronounce the German word, so I'm not going to butcher it, but it literally means capable of anything. And in Mexico, it's again used for digestive health. The Native Americans are the ones who use it to relieve gas, as well as for regularity. Rosemary Gladstar, who's a famous herbalist, and I'm sure if you do a little bit of research, you'll find her. She refers to chamomile as having a soft power. to alleviate stress and tension. You can drink it while soaking in it, and you can also make a sachet and put under your pillow, and that will help you to kind of fall asleep at night. You can also make a sachet with the chamomile as well as some lavender, and combine those and put inside of your pillow at nighttime. And that, when it kind of gets crushed, it releases the aroma and kind of helps you to fall into that sleep. All right. So that is chamomile. The other ingredient is rose, and rose has two parts. And rose is used in here because it is also loaded with vitamin C in addition to the hibiscus. When your body is stressed, it makes you very susceptible to illness. So you want to have ingredients in here that are going to kind of build your immune system while you're going through this stressful time. So hence the reasoning for having the hibiscus as well as having the rose. And the next ingredient I'm going to mention is rose hips, which is the fruit of the rose, and that is also loaded with vitamin C. Rose, you can make tea from, if you have a rose garden, or if you have roses in your yard, save the rose petals, dry them, and you can use them to make tea. You can also add it to honey to make yourself some decadent honey. I would use the fresh petals, drop some petals into a jar, pour the honey on top, and just let that sit for a few weeks. And the honey tends to pull the fragrance and all of the oils from the rose petals, and you have a delicious honey. You can eat the petals, you can eat the honey, and just leave the petals in there. It's entirely up to you. But the rose petals are edible, and they're just loaded with vitamin C. You can also use the rose petals to make a spray. And if you just drop some rose petals into some water, heat it on the stove, and then let that cool and use it as a spritzer on your skin. It's a tonic, so it will tend to kind of, if you have large pores, it will tighten up your pores. It will tighten up your skin. So the different ways that you can use the rose, but there's two parts in this particular blend. The next ingredient, like I mentioned, is rose hips, and there's a quarter part of rose. And like I said before, the rose hips is considered to be the fruit of the rose. During World War II in Britain, the British government actually used rose hips for vitamin C because it was so hard for them to get any kind of citrus during that time. So they started to harvest the rose hips and use that to make the vitamin C to kind of help with the immunity for the people as well as the soldiers, that sort of thing. The next ingredient is lavender, and lavender is an eighth of a part in here. And lavender, again, you're familiar with lavender. It's very, very relaxing, very, very soothing, which is in this particular the Dare Me Relax blend. Lavender has also been used in potpourri. A lot of your products out there that include lavenders. There's different like shampoos and bath gels that are made for babies. And there's a thing that was going around years back saying that lavender products on boys. That is not true. You can use lavender products on boys. It's not going to let them grow breasts. That's an old, that's a myth, and it has been proven to be untrue. So for those of you who are uncertain about that, yeah. But the lavender is very relaxing. I love to use the essential oil as well. There's I keep going in and out. It looks like we had a little bit of a glitch, but that was the timing couldn't have been perfect. Because that was actually the end of all of the ingredients. So let me give you the recipe again. I apologize for that. We kind of had some technical difficulties there. So the recipe again is 3 parts lemon balm, 3 parts hibiscus, 3 parts of chamomile, 2 parts of rose. And I didn't mention that for the rose, you can use either red rose petals or pink rose petals. It is entirely up to you what color you want to use. And then there's a 1/4 part of rose hips and an 1/8 part of lavender. So those are the ingredients for this Dare Me Relax tea blend. And let me go ahead and show you. It smells so good. But let me show you show it to you one more time. It's a very, very pretty blend. And again, you know, these are loose. This is a loose tea blend. You can certainly grind everything up and make it into a tea bag, or you can just have one of those little the screen balls and put some in there and drop some hot water into it and just let it steep for a few minutes. So that again is the Dare Me Relax. Very, very easy. Again, I did become an affiliate for Mountain Rose Herbs, so that affiliate link is posted on Facebook. So you'll be able to just click on that and you can purchase the items. And as an affiliate, like I mentioned before, I do get a commission whenever you place an order. So that is another way that you can support my channel. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching from YouTube, please go ahead and click that red subscribe button if you haven't joined my family as yet. And then there's also that little notification bell. Just click that and you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Thank you for watching today. I hope that if you do create this particular tea blend, share it with me. Let me know what you think about it. It is actually quite delicious, but again, I understand everybody has different tastes. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you all again real soon for another episode of Tea Time Tuesday.